Everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Just a quick heads up, I probably won't be on tomorrow unless something dramatic happens overnight. Going to an early lunch with a girlfriend for her birthday and may not be returning at a decent hour, so we'll see how it goes. And my usual reminder, check your voter registration and also check that your ID matches your registration as well. Every time I mention that, I get a comment from one of my beautiful viewers who say, thank you for prompting me. I checked and I'd either been purged or I needed to update the ID details. So please do that regularly. Because we need to have an overwhelming blue majority win. Now, for those that haven't seen it, I did a video a couple of weeks back on Roger Stone. Roger Stone, we don't need anybody to vote because we've already got it fixed at the state level, Roger Stone. Yes, they have. The reading was very clear on that. Yes, they have. They have certain certifiers that will regardless of how the vote actually goes, will certify it a certain way, possibly try and get the counting to be stopped if it's going against the Republicans. All sorts of devious, nefarious plans are in play in red swing states. So we need overwhelming blue, and we also need Biden and Harris and the DOJ, etc., are all aware of this. There are things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about yet, and I may have a look at it closer to the time, to the election, but just be aware that, yes, very much so. So pop back and have a look at that video if you want to. In the meantime, I've had several requests to have a look at Kevin Roberts, and the timing feels right now. So I'm using my runic tarot. It's a very dark deck for a very dark person. Midas Touch had a video last night about Kevin Roberts and the video that the message that he's putting out there. I watched the Midas Touch and they had segments of Kevin Roberts with what he's actually saying, and I'm not worried, but I found it very scary because he is so dangerous. And the reason why he is so dangerous is that he is an incredibly smooth talker. He's just talking about what they plan to do in a very friendly, almost logical manner. Well, he's saying it in, for him, a logical manner, very smoothly delivered. So unless you're taking your critical thinking in and know what side of the aisle he truly stands on, one could find themselves quite easily sucked into what he is saying because he is very persuasive. And that's incredibly dangerous because Trump and what's his name, Vance, they are out there. They are out there, obvious lunatics. So you can discredit straight up what they're saying. But this dude was very clever in how he the message across. So he's the leader of the Heritage Foundation. He is strongly Catholic, very powerfully traditional marriage, so ergo anti-de facto, anti-gay, whatever else it is. He's anti-birth control, he's anti-abortion, he's he was very possibly anti-women in the workforce. I would not be surprised, but he hasn't actually come out and said that. Now, I want to dispel the idea of a traditional marriage. So he was pushing forward, traditional marriages between a man and a woman, blah, 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 blah. There's really no such thing as a traditional marriage. You go back 150 years and the only people that got married were those that were money, that needed to make alliances to protect that money. And we're talking about during Victorian times. So prior to that, anybody that didn't need money protection or possession protection and women were considered possessions back then as well. They just hooked up in de facto relationships, maybe popped out a couple of kids. If it fell apart, they just said goodbye and went their own way. So, no, there's no such thing of traditional marriage. And even in that scenario, it wasn't necessarily a man and a woman cohabitating either. So, anyhow, entertainment only. It's the 1950s version of traditional marriage and control. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. And one of the reasons why they're anti-birth control is if women basically are pregnant all the time or caring for little kids, they don't have the time and energy to do anything else. Okay, let's have a look. What is the energies of Kevin Roberts? Now, I'm just going to put it out there. The Heritage Foundation and the Federalist Society are not going to give up after Kamala Harris becomes president. I'm just saying becomes president, because they have been behind the scenes putting everything into place since the Reagan times. Yeah, they've been behind the scenes putting everything into play, working hard for an extended period of time since the Reagan days, and possibly even before the Reagan days, because of getting Jimmy Carter out to be replaced by Reagan. So they're not going to give up with the downfall of Trump. So 2024 is such an important election, but 2028 is the one that worries me, because once Trump and Vance are gone, they will replace them with, I can see the party splitting, but the MAGA side will be very insignificant. The rebuilding of the Republican Party under a respectable leadership. Now, quite a number of my viewers, when I was talking about VPs, go, oh, what about Liz Cheney? Or was it Kissinger that was a Republican that was on the January the 6th and decided to become an independent? Those sort of leaders really worry me more, because yes, they did the right thing, yes, they appear respectable, but they are still aligned with the message of the Heritage and Federalist societies. So they're the ones that really scare me more. So please, please, please do not be duped. So after the election, take a breather for about 3 years, and then just let things go as they are meant to, let government work efficiently. But in that last 12 months, really need to step up to the plate again. Okay, let's have a look. Show me the energies of Kevin Roberts. Kevin Roberts. Let's have a look at the energies of Kevin Roberts. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Sorry about waffling for so long. 5 of Wands. Just defiance. It is the infighting that will go on, but he's not going to give up. The volatile messaging is being exposed, but he is not going to give up. He is just full of defiance of the attacks that are on him. Absolutely. So this is normally the infighting card, the throwing under the bus, the squabbling over the message, etc. But no, I'm really getting that they've been at this for so long. Now I'm wondering whether they're the ones with the flames, or they're the ones he's the one tied to the post. It's almost, I'm feeling like this is democracy the defiance of democracy. Okay, thank you. The defiance of democracy is tied to the post. And this is him and his followers, Federalist Society, Heritage Society, the Leonard Leos, the whoever else behind the Tea Party, with their inflammatory messaging, trying to destroy democracy, trying to burn democracy to the ground. Oh boy, us light seers and soothsayers and witches and whoever else, they will come for us if we're not careful. We don't take action. His second signifier card is the lies and the deceit and the betrayal and the I'm not going to say self-sabotage. This is the abuse of power and burning the village to the ground while he makes off with the truth. Absolutely. So pretty much matching up those two cards, burning democracy to the ground while he makes off with the truth. Oh, goodness me. Okay, right. That's his plan. That's the plan, the ship that he is trying to bring into harbour. Absolutely. They have been working on this since the 1970s, since possibly even earlier, with the assassination of JFK. Not him personally, but the ilk of him. So we are talking, what, 50 to 70 years they've been working on this to bring this plan to fruition, to bring this ship into harbour. There's a lot of anxiety, nightmares, anguish, but we've now seen it and we can deal with it. We can see what they're doing as long as we don't get distracted by the articulate, smooth, dulcet tones. Oh, yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah. So this is very possibly his plan being stabbed through the back, and he's pretty anxious about trying to keep it alive. Boy, I hope that's what it is. Otherwise, it is the rest of us. Okay, let's see what comes out of this energy. The World card. An ending, significant ending of a cycle and a new beginning. Now, I'll explain this card again to all those that are new. This really reminds me of one of the final scenes of Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the Nazis are all greedily peering into the Ark Ark of the Covenant as it's being opened, lusting for power and greed and all that sort of awful energy, devil energy, and they turn to dust. Oh, please. So, yeah, he's trying. The plan is coming to fruition of bringing the ship into harbour. I don't think it's going to work. It'll turn to dust on them. Please, out of this anxiety energy, we've got the birth of something significantly new, and you've got here the Wheel of Fortune as well in this card. The destiny, the karma, the destiny, but the wheel is turning. And this is powerful feminine energy, intuitive energy, bringing forth something new as the wheel is turning. So I think this is more about the anxiety. Thank you. You hear my boys, let me know. I'm hearing this is their anxiety as the plan that they have been working so hard for so long is turning to dust, as there is this rise of the feminine, rise of the empathic compassion energy, and the wheel is turning away from what they are trying to sell. Absolutely. What I find really interesting, I'm just going to bring you up for a second. What I find really interesting is that, as I mentioned in a video earlier in the week, last week, I have a rabid evangelical Trump following or MAGA following sibling. She's a very intelligent person, not stupid, well educated, but the memes that she posts on her Facebook page, reposts, are almost like a deliberate obtuseness, like they've sort of been sucked into this dumbing down. For example, the Olympic opening ceremony with the symbolism of the Greek god, is it Bacchus? I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong, the god of wine and pleasure and all the rest of it, taking great offence at that, calling it a gay blue smurf and things like that, instead of understanding what that symbolism truly was. Now, where am I going with this? Is that this particular side, this evangelical MAGA, Federalist Society, Heritage Foundation side, are very rabid about calling the rest of us out as snowflakes and offended, etc. Yet it seems to be that side that is offended by everything. So this is what I'm saying. We come from an energy of love and unity and togetherness, but the side of hate seems to come from division and taking offence at everything. But the wheel is turning, and this side of compassion and empathy is so much more powerful. Sorry about that. That was a bit of a squirrel quokka moment. Come on down. So the karma hanging over Kevin Roberts. Please, 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 let's see what it is. The harsh truth. He may also come out swinging in the message that he's trying to bring forward, but he's going to come to a harsh truth realization that he is the crusty old dragon chewing on the dead wood, and the new energy is taking off with the future. I like that. Okay. Finding himself more and more isolated with the hermit, wanting to go back to, goodness me, he's wanting to go back. To quote and to chant, we will not go back. He's wanting to go back to his vision of the nuclear family, to traditional family, to how it was, because it was pretty good if you were rich and white and straight and a landowner, etc. For everybody else, it was absolute rubbish. But he's got this glossy image of what the past was like. We've got the hanged man being stopped in flight, and then the King of Wands. Powerful new energy being brought forward that's going to okay, thank you. Stop mid-flight. I'm going to say he's going to do some reassessing. I think he's going to come forward with a new message, a new inflammatory message. So it's some introspection here, finding himself isolated because they are on the minority side, seeing things from a different point of view and stopping. I think he's going to come forward for it with a new inflammatory messaging. Okay, I do not like this, about control. The Emperor, control, and it is literally a fight of dark versus evil versus good, dark versus light, over what is most precious. I don't know if you can see that in the little cloche there, the rose, over what is most precious. And then we've got the Ten of Swords, trying to bring a complete and utter downfall. I'm hoping it's his complete and utter downfall. We've got the Magician, the Shapeshifter, the Manipulator, the Two of Cups, contracts and agreements, planting the seeds for the future going forward. The King of Swords here, bringing forth a new truth that is not very pleasant. We've then got the Sun card, full illumination, bringing it to an ending. He's trying to hold on to what is really important to him, and it is this hidden agenda. So getting a bit of a mixed bag there, in that I think he's going to come to the realization that what he is spouting is not going to work, Project 2025, but he's not going to give up. He's going to pivot and bring forth a new plan, a new message. So show me the future of Kevin, the influence of Kevin Roberts. Show me the future in this luxury, Nine of Pentacles, those that have feathered their nest and sitting in this lap of luxury. That's who he's bringing this message for. The wealthy, the wealthy, those that have advantage. Basically, I'm just going to say again, what is happening is that these uber wealthy, ultra wealthy, brought about by Reagan to start with, and every Republican president thereafter has just increased their power, is they're wanting to keep an uneducated working class of slaves who they pay a pittance to, and the slaves are forced to provide their own housing, food, and medical care. It's as simple as that. It's just modern day slavery. So let's have a look. If you're hearing my disdain, it's because I do feel disdain for these people. So let's have a look. Kevin Roberts himself going forward. What do I need to know? Kevin Roberts himself going forward. How is Kevin Roberts, leader of the Heritage Foundation, how's his Project 2025 going to play out going forward? Page of Wands as the signifier card. The youth bringing forward a defiant message of basically saying, don't you dare. So I think this is the youth standing up for all that is good. And things are moving forward very quickly, a lot of headlines coming out. But I do love this rainbow of unity here and diversity. So a lot of the challenge to him is a lot of messaging of unity coming out really quickly. Okay. Knight of Cups, beware the false knight offering what appears appealing, but is not. Trying to make out what's in the background there. It looks like a dragon in the background there. A dragon cloaked in the shadows, in the clouds, in the past. A cleansing and a new partnership in the past, a new beginning, a new emotional beginning, packing up the truth and moving forward, or moving on, moving into is this a sunrise or a sunset? Packing up his truth and moving towards a new beginning. This is really tying in with that pivoting with the hanged man there. Yeah, here's my so immediate future. This is my even though it's the Nine of Cups, it's my meeting in the dark corner of the secret tavern to make some sort of plot. It's my Vive la Resistance card, but in this particular reading the energy, it's more of a retreat and replotting, coming up with new plans and under the cover of darkness. Externally for him, finding himself fully exposed and illuminated. Internally for him, the Death card. A significant ending of a new cycle and a new beginning for him, but it's fairly dark energy in this particular deck, the new beginning. So again, a powerful external and internal energy. To me, this is very much coming out of the light and stepping into the darkness rather than the other way round. So finding himself fully exposed, gathering around him his supporters and stepping back into the shadows. Okay, where's this going? We've got the Fool, the new journey, a new start. This is all telling me that they're going to. It's almost like they are aware that they're going to lose 2024. This is about then starting to make their plans for 2028. The outcome for him is restriction at the point of the sword. The truth will restrict him, 2024. However, he does have his supporters who have their abundance to bring to the table, and here is the table. Now, I know it's the Ten of Cups, but it's very much about a coming together to celebrate the Emperor energy. So I am getting that they are going to regroup, is what I'm getting. Okay, that's his plan. I think he's already writing 2024 off as a tax break. And the plan is to regroup for 2028. And I think what's happened is, I'm not saying that Trump was part of the plan, because what I really feel like is the intention was for Trump to be the useless idiot like Reagan was in the second term. Apparently Reagan had quite severe dementia in his second term, or Alzheimer's in his second term, so he was very controllable. They backed Trump. He's turned out to be not controllable. So it's almost like they're going to write 2024 off as a tax loss. And here's the oligarchs and their wheel, turning their wheel. So I'm going to say 2028 is going to be a real, they're going to be more devious, they're going to be more slick in their machinations behind the scenes, in their scenery change. So 2024, raha, go for it. But 2028 for me is the one that's going to be the dangerous election that we need to be fully aware of. So show me the Heritage Foundation going forward. The Heritage Foundation going forward. Show me the Heritage Foundation. Okay, thank you. The Heritage Foundation, and I've just thrown that out as I was just thinking, the Heritage Foundation in regards to the 2024 election. The Heritage Foundation in regards to the 2024 election. Come on down, let's have a look. These cards have come out. Yeah, they plan to bring the ship into harbour, but we've got the master manipulator, the shapeshifter here, bringing forth new plans. It's the Seven of Cups. It's very much about the choices that need to be made. But this is the birth of something new, where it's been gifted strength, addiction, greed, etc. So the birth of something new, a new plan. So I'm really getting that they're writing 2024 off. Let's see where we go. The Queen of Cups and the Lover's card. It's one of my many. Well, the Queen of Cups, something not yet revealed, and a contract and agreement that's not yet revealed, a female. Do not be surprised if it's Liz Cheney. It won't be Kerry Lake. It won't be Nikki Haley. I'm a contract and agreement with a female who is articulate, diplomatic, appears a good negotiator, but she's keeping the plan hidden in her cup as they then charge forward, wielding their sword. Okay, they're going to just let the current Trump-Vance slide into oblivion. We've got here victory of compassionate strengths. They're going to find themselves out in the cold, but then they're going to move forward with this new volatile plan. Yeah, I'm just going to, I don't see anything there to change my mind. Show me the 2028 election. It's not that you have to then spend the next 4 years intensive. It's not going to be as publicly horrific. But so step back, take 3 years to just enjoy life, but then we need to be aware. So show me, there's Seven of Pentacles, just beavering away at it, planting the seeds. ready for harvest, and then this inflammatory new start. So show me the 2028, the Heritage Foundation, Federalist Society, Kevin Roberts, and all that mob. Show me the 2020, their intentions for the 2028 election. Show me their intentions. I'm getting the feeling. So, okay, thank you. So Roger Stone was secretly recorded saying, oh, we don't need to worry about how the votes go because we've got it already stitched up, etc. Now that that's publicly out there, I just heard while I was shuffling that the word will come is getting out there or is out there or has already gone or whatever to say, what was it, guys? It was like step down. Now Trump said to the Proud Boys, step up. It's like step down, sort of fade back into the shadows type energy. Just fade back. They're onto us. Just pull back into the darkened doorway. Is the image and the words that I got. Stand down, and it was like sort of stepping back into the shadows to stay hidden. Okay, come on down, 2028. The Six of Pentacles. So to me, I go by the imaging, is very much about throwing this figure out of the ranks and then closing ranks behind them. So, yeah, I think they've written 2024 off and they're going to close ranks, throw Trump and Vance to the wolves and close ranks behind them. The star of hope and the best of democracy. But the battle is not yet won. This is, again, a battle for democracy. He's holding the, just this figure here. Who is the good guy and who is the bad guy? Because this dude here is holding the long ship full of the oligarchs in his hand while fending off the dragon. So is the dragon the good guy? Do not be surprised because the star is on the head of the dragon as well. This is really changing my opinion of the way round of this card. I'm starting to think the dragon's the good guy. Okay. And yes, slipping back into the shadows for some introspection, for some quiet, hidden silence. Okay. Then the new plan, volatile new plan being brought forward, where they basically cremate the current leader, let him go, and then they plant the seeds for 2028. This is about notches on the belt. This is about planting seeds. This is very much about collecting the trophies to bring about a tower moment. Setting fire, absolutely flaming what is, so they can rebuild anew is their plan. And here's the hidden agenda. The hidden agenda and moving forward with that hidden agenda. We've got balance, moderation being destroyed. Being stabbed through the heart, treason, betrayal, beheading, you name it. So I'm just going to go there. I'm really getting that now that the secrets are all out, yes, there will be a battle after the election. That's why it needs to be overwhelming. There will be a battle. There will be legal battles. I do feel that there will be something put off by a couple of weeks, whether that's the inauguration or the declaration of the winner or whatever it is will be potentially put off up to 2 weeks. The inauguration may be, okay, I've just got the letter 4 days or something, perhaps, due to all the legal wranglings. But I believe this election democracy will hold 2028. Not wanting to worry you, just have some time out for a few years and we'll get there when we get there. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.